about the things ahead. Come on in. I don't have to worry about the things ahead. I don't have to worry about the things ahead. All I have to do is live right. All I have to do is live right. All I have to do is live right and believe, and believe. All I have to do is live right. All I have to do is live right. All I have to do is live right and believe what he said. I can call him in the morning. I can call him in the middle of the night. And when I call him, he'll make everything alright. It does not matter how big the problem may be. Jesus promised he'll take care of me. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Jesus promised he'll take care of me. I don't have to worry about the things ahead. I don't have to worry about the things ahead. I don't have to worry about the things ahead. I don't have to worry. Oh my goodness, but that song bless me. Bless me. Come on in, invite your family and friends on this Palm Sunday. Come on, invite your family and friends and tell them E-Top Church is on. Yeah, this is a powerful short message that prayerfully will encourage you, empower you, uplift you, and strengthen you. There's a word from the Lord in Paul's letter, yes, to the church at Philippi. Once again, Philippians chapter 4, verses 11 through verse 13. Very familiar passage of scripture here is what is recorded. Paul says, I'm not saying this because I need anything. I have learned to be content. Somebody need to hear this. No matter what happens to me. I know what it's like not to have what I need. Anybody? I also know what it's like to have more than I need. Anybody out there? I have learned the secret of being content no matter what happens. I am content whether I am well fed or whether I'm hungry. I am content whether I have more than enough or not enough. Why is that, Paul? He answers that in the 13th verse by saying, I can do all things through Christ who gives me the strength. You already saw the message I'm using for a subject from which to preach. You gotta be able to adjust. Yeah, you gotta be able to adjust. As we reminisce on this Palm Sunday, we recognize, for those who've been in church for at least 4 weeks, that Jesus's family and friends, knowing that a week later he would be crucified. A week later, there would be things happening to their loved one that they really can't do anything about. And when you get into those situations, when you can't do anything about what's about to happen, about what's happening, about what has happened, the main thing you need to do is say, Lord, help me to be able to adjust. Yeah, some of us get into so many ails and ailments is because we fail to adjust. When God says, and Paul reminded us, that you can do all things. You can adjust through all things. Why? Because Christ's going to give you the strength to do it. Adjustment is a faith thing. It's not, I ain't strong enough, I ain't wise enough, I ain't pretty enough, I ain't big enough, I ain't tall enough. No, faith and adjustments go hand in hand. Because life is about adjustments. Yeah, Jesus, you gonna die, they gonna kill you. They gonna kill me. Oh my goodness, it's time to adjust. Right. But third day, I'll be back. I don't believe that. Well, I'm just letting you know. I'm getting ready to go through some problems. I'm getting ready to go through some things. I'm getting ready to go through some turmoil. But I need for you to still hold on to your faith and adjust to the situations by which you find yourself in. Yeah, saints, you got to be able to adjust, right? Because life does not always go according to our plans. Can we raise our hand on that? Can somebody say amen to that? Somebody right now looking at me, watching me. You said, Bishop, preach because you preaching to me. I know and I didn't know it, right? God said, preach this message on this Sunday because somebody needs to know adjustment is a faith thing. Yeah, you got to be able to adjust. You can set plans, but those plans sometimes are altered. And when God allows the alteration of the plans, you can't go crazy. You can't say, woe is me. You got to be able to adjust to what God allowed. Right? We plan for perfect days. We plan for smooth days. We plan for smooth roads. We plan for predictability. We plan for the predictable outcomes. We plan for things to just go right. But life sometimes has its own agenda. Paul reminds us, I like this because he reminds us in this text that he sent that he has learned to be content no matter what state he's in. I love that. Help us out, Paul. Paul says, I've learned. And you got to understand the word learn means that he didn't, that the learning or the learning to be content or the process by which he understood contentment did not come easy. It wasn't a natural thing. It wasn't I was born with contentment. No, he say he learned. Why? Because it took some adjustments. Yeah, he went through life trials and tribulations, and he finally got to a point in life, come on, Christians, where he said, you know what? I'm just going to sit back, relax, and trust God. I learned, right? Yeah, it didn't just come today, right? I didn't start knowing 5 times 5 was 25 when I was born, right? When I turned 3, I still didn't know it, right? I don't know what age we took our timetables, but I wasn't born with it. It took some adjustment. I had to learn that 5 times 5 is 25, right? And Paul is telling us, letting us know, saints, that he learned to be content. And some of y'all ain't in that. Y'all still learning and you ain't got there yet. I got it. Everybody is in a different lane when it comes to our relationship with Christ, right? We still got one. But some may be closer than others, and some of us have learned to be content, and some of us have not. And Paul said, you need to get there, right? Yeah, I'm in jail, Paul said, but I'm content. Yeah, I lost my house, but Paul said, I'm content. My car got repossessed. Paul said, but I'm content. They talking about turning my lights off. Paul said, whatever state I'm in, I didn't know this, but I learned it. To be appreciative and thankful and know that sometimes life requires an adjustment. We got to understand that this Christian journey that we are on, you got to be flexible enough, right, to adapt to certain circumstances because Christians are not exempt from problems. Matter of fact, it kind of, truth be told, it kind of seems like Christians have more problems than folk that don't even want to talk to God, right? And I'm going to tell you, most of the reason why that is because God don't like lukewarm folk. He'll rather you go over there and just go and do your thing. Don't even think about it, man. He wants you on his side. That's why he sent his son to die for the world. But he don't like those of you, not y'all, it's the mother folk, right? That on Sunday, you say, woo, praise the Lord. And on Monday through Saturday, you cussing folks out, stealing, robbing, committing adultery, fornication, getting drunk, right? And then you come back Sunday, well, praise the Lord. He say, I don't like that. You lukewarm in me. That person across the street, they ain't thinking about me. They getting blessed. They work, right? I bless them and get a raise. They just don't give me the thanks for it because they think it's all them. You know the difference. Life requires an adjustment to things that God allows in your life. You got to be able to adjust, right? Life will force you to adjust to everything, right? You go through a divorce. You don't give up and throw in the towel and say, that's it. Oh, my goodness. Some of y'all try that nonsense, right? Oh, I can't believe this. I ain't never getting married again. And then you let the devil put in your mind, man, you know what? Instead of that man dogged me so much, I'm finna get a woman. The devil like, yes. There you go. She'll treat you right. Other men do it too. Not as often as women. Man be like, man, this woman dog me, man. It don't even sound right. I'm gonna go holler at this brother. He was there for me when I was going through. Devil just clapping his hand. And his imps. They all sitting around the table having a party. Got him. It requires adjustment. So what? You went through a divorce. It happens. You just got to be able to adjust. And Paul said you can through Christ, right? Sometimes you try to do it on your own. Oh, I got this. I know what I'm going to do now. God said, over here. Let me give you the strength. No, I got this. I know what I'm going to do. Then you do something stupid. I told her, if I can't have her, can't nobody have her. That's the devil. That ain't nothing but the devil. You got to be able to adjust, right? You go through a divorce, you lose a job, adjustment period. May not be able to buy the things you have been. You might have to downsize. You may have a health situation. You got to adjust. You can't do the things you normally do. You adjust. Your plans fall apart. You adjust. Your friends change up. You adjust. They no longer your friends or you fall out. You just adjust. You don't give up. You don't throw in the towel. You don't say, man, forget it. I'm done. No. You say, Lord, I'm in this period of adjustment and I'm asking for your strength to guide me through it. That's it. That's it, Bishop. Absolutely. Nothing else. And God will do just that. The period of adjustment has to be rooted and grounded in your faith in God. Not your friends, not no psychologist, not no psychiatrist that's going to take your money and sit there and let you talk to them. No, you talk to God for free. I need to talk to a psychologist. Okay. You go ahead. $300 an hour. Right? You talk to God. By you trusting him, he'll pay you for coming to see him. That's how blessings flow. But I know what it is. We like, now I don't see God, so it's different. I see this man or this woman in front of me with their legs crossing, eyes, glasses like this, writing down what I say, and I feel better. Well, that's you. I mean, your relationship with God ain't where it should be and need to be. Because you can talk to God about anything, any place, anywhere, any subject, anytime. And he ain't going to charge you for it. I understand that one of the main things that takes adjustment is losing a loved one. Y'all be in prayer for my baby sister because she's going through more than the family. We all miss mom. But she seemed to have a certain level of adjustment that she's not adjusting to. Y'all keep her in your prayer. But it's one of those hard periods when you've been with someone for so long, so many years, I mean, all this time, and then all of a sudden, they are no longer here. Now you're like, wait a minute, every day I was spending with, every day we did this, every day we did that, and this and the other, and all, man, you went everywhere together. Now they're no longer here. The devil wants you to be down and go crazy and lose your mind. But God say, I can force you to adjust, but I don't do that. It's free will, right? I can force you to accept Christ as your personal savior. But no, I want you to choose. I don't want to force you. I force the whole world to be saved. But I want you to choose. I'm giving you the opportunity. It's a free thing. I paid the price. All I want you to do is just accept it. Right? It's just like I'm in training in Norman, Oklahoma last week before, and all of a sudden they got all this food laid out. I mean, all this food laid out, free. You know, for those of us that was there at the symposium, it's laid out. And I just go get me this bar, get me that, give me a banana, fruits, everything, coffee, donut, whatever, right? Everything just laid out. And I go back in the conference room, sit down, and then one of the other employees there, managers there, say, where you get that from? I say, I got it from the table in there. Table? Which table? So it's out there right outside the doors. You come in, it's on the other side, though. You got to go around on the side. He say, man, I didn't even get that. And I walked right by the table. I say, you walked right by the table? Yes. And you saw it? He said, yes. But you didn't get it. He said, no. I said, but it was there. He said, yeah. You saw it? Yeah, but you didn't get it. No. I said, you know it's free, right? He said, yeah. I said, but you still didn't get it. He said, no, I just walked right by. And you know what? When I thought about that situation, I said, that's what a lot of folks are doing right now. Salvation is free. It's free. And all you have to do is get it. It's already been paid for. But there are some of y'all just walking right by it. You're doing your own thing. And then when you look and see how blessed other folks are, you asking about it. Hey, where'd you get that? I say, I've been having it. I got mine years ago. Some people got theirs this past Sunday. You can get it too, but now you want to just walk right by it, right? And you know what? What I love about the difference between that table now is gone. He had a chance. But salvation will always be available for those who have yet not done it. Preach, Bishop, I am. It's free. Don't just walk by it. Grab it and accept it so you can be in that adjustment period knowing how to adjust when life trials come your way. It's hard, y'all. Right? But sometimes it seems like non-Christians and Christians have the same type of adjustment, and it shouldn't be. I expect a non-Christian to be like, this is crazy. I can't believe it. Oh, my goodness. I expect, you know why? Because they don't know God. I expect a non-Christian to lose their cotton-picking mind and say, what happened? I lost my dog. Oh, my car got stolen. That was my best car, right? Now, I ain't saying Christians are not hurt, but we got a different relationship with somebody who has the power. We shouldn't have the same response as somebody who doesn't know God. I mean, okay, I lost my car. Matter of fact, my car was stolen. I didn't say that. This was my response. Wow. We got some bold thieves to come on my job and take my car right in front of the job doors. Some bold thieves. You know, employees around. Wow, you sure are taking that well? Because I got a relationship with God. Wow, if it was me, I got you. I know. We respond differently. Yeah, what am I going to cry about the car? Right? Because you know what? We have to always look at, saints, everything could have been worse. Now, you say, nah, this was the worst it could be. Let me know of that thing, and then I'm going to tell you what it could have been. Everything could have been worse. I could have still been in the car when they wanted it. There's no use. It just takes an adjustment. Okay, so what? I didn't even get the car. Well, I got the car back, but it was total. And you know what God did? Bishop, you trusted me, right? I'm going to give you another one. Come on, saints. Yeah, but for that period of time between finding the car and having to get another one, I had to adjust. I wasn't blowing up, crying and boo-hooing and saying it's messed up and cussing folks out and talking about that's all right, I'm going to get them. No, I don't even know who they are. And if I did, I let God handle that stuff. Your adjustment period is tied into your faith period. You say, I'm going to adjust to this because God, you're going to give me the strength to do it. And that's what Paul was talking about in this text. When he sent this text message that some of y'all need to read again, he's sending it to you. He said, I've learned that whatever state I'm in, whatever condition I am, whatever lifestyle I'm living in right now, whatever I have, whether I'm in a house, whether I'm in a trailer, whether I'm in an apartment, whether I'm living with somebody, whatever state I'm in, he said, now that don't mean I'm satisfied and I'm just going to stay where I am. He said, but whatever state I'm in, I learned to be content. I'm grateful. I'm doing my thing. I ain't going to complain. I'm still trying to get out this trailer. I'm still trying to get out this apartment. I'm still trying to get me a house. But right now, you ain't going to tell because you ain't going to see me complaining. I'm content at what state I'm currently in. Why? Because I know it takes some adjustments. Adjustment takes faith. And we shouldn't weep and moan like those who have no hope. Right? Because we got hope in Christ Jesus. Right? We have to give God praise and thanks for every time we spent with the one we lost. Right? Start thinking of those days, those fine days, those fun days, those hilarious days. Start thinking about those things and watch how God comfort your heart. Just got to be open to it and tell God, God, I need your help. Right? Sometimes we try to do it on our own. We just don't even ask him. Now, sometimes I love God's grace, right? Because sometimes God just give it to us and we ain't even ask. That's grace right there. He does it all the time. God you did not ask for something, and God, he just did that to me a couple of days ago. I'm like, huh? Got a phone call and say, hey, we want you to take this other high position. Wait a minute, in my mind, I'm like, I just got a high position. What? Didn't even ask. But God just said, here. Why? Because when you do what God tells you to do, when you get into a situation that God allowed, and he's so, the relationship with you and God are so tight that you are not complaining, but you adjust through that and you still trusting God through that period, God gonna make something happen for you. I promise you, I ain't telling you what I heard. I'm telling you what I've experienced. It's a personal thing. God said, look at them trusting me. And I allowed that to happen. The enemy came to God and said, you know what, Sister so-and-so, Sister Williams and Sister Walker, I need to, they say they love you, but I need to test them out. Can I do that? God said, oh, yeah. And then I want to put them in he said, no. I already allowed. I said, you can do that. I love that about God, right? Devil want to kill, steal, and destroy us, right? And every time I said, no. I'm going to let you test them. I'm going to allow that. But they're going to pass it. We got a relationship, right? Every time, y'all. God, the devil cannot do anything without God's permission. Just think about that. So when stuff happens, you got to know it's God sent or God allowed. It can't happen no other way. Every single time something happened in your life that you don't like, that you disagree with, that's dissatisfying, you got to know, well, hey, God allowed it, so it must gonna bless me. Right? Every stage, the things that you do at age 18, you don't really do at 32, right? Or at 52, or at 72. Why? Because life takes an adjustment period. You can't run like you used to run at 20 now that you're 70, right? Our bones, I'm almost 60, and yet I see my body changing. There's some things I be trying to do. Now, some stuff I still can. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, Bishop still got a little flexibility that God has blessed him with. But there's some stuff I'm like, man, I used to be able to turn my leg that way. I can't do it like that no more, right? I used to be able to just stoop down. Now I got to grab something. Right? It's life. I don't complain like, oh, God, this is crazy. No. It takes an adjustment, and we got to be able to adjust to what styles and life brings us when God allows it in our lives. Every stage of our life demands a new version of us. Can't use that same version, because what worked then may not work now, right? God allows us to go through seasons of change so that, watch this, we can grow faith muscles, right? When somebody say, hey, how can I get stronger? You know what the easiest answer to that is? To get stronger, you lift weights. That's it, right? That's basically it. No matter what area or what category you want to be stronger in, you lift weight. You want to be a better leader, you got to go through some stuff that put you in predicaments that would cause you to make decisions that's uncomfortable. And then you do that most of the time, a lot of times, and you do that enough of the time, yeah, there's going to be stuff coming your way. You're going to be like, oh, yeah, this is how you do that. And people going to look at you like, wow, that was a pretty good decision. Well, they don't know that you've been through trials and tribulation, so much so that this little problem that came to pass wasn't nothing, right? Because you've gone through so many heartaches and pain that God put you in, that now it allows you to have that best leadership ability. Why? Because you went through the fire. I love that, y'all. You want your muscles to build on the natural side? You lift weights, do push-ups. You lift something that's heavier than it's supposed to be, right? We don't just go around carrying weight. Why? Because it's uncomfortable, right? So most of us, if we don't lift weights, you ain't going to really get stronger physically unless you lift weight. You can lift your body weight. That's what push-ups is for. You are lifting your body weight. You can do that. You still lifting. But when it comes to our natural or concern to where our spiritual weight versus our natural weight, our spiritual weight is the same thing. You, in order to be stronger spiritually, then sometimes God allows some of your faith muscles to grow. And the only way he's going to allow your faith muscles to grow is by allowing or orchestrating some weight in your life. And those weight can come in the shape of anything that requires an adjustment period, right? When Paul said, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength, that right there is the testimony that every child of God should have. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. I can do all things. If you stop right there, it won't mean a hill of beans. If somebody's saying, man, I can do all things. I'm strong. I can do it. If they don't say because Christ is with me or Christ is through me or Christ is in me, don't believe them. Because you got to be able to do it by acknowledging Christ, right? In all your ways, acknowledge him. And what he's going to do, he's going to direct your path. He's going to tell you this way, that way. Nope, don't go that way. Nope, stop. Hey, don't go because somebody getting ready to run that stop sign. Don't go, just stop, right? Oh, you ain't listening to me? Ooh, drop your phone. Don't go, pick up your phone. Yoom. And you're like, wow, if I had just taken off, it would have hit me. God said, I know, I got you, right? God, everything that happens, y'all, I'm trying to tell you, God orchestrates it or he allows it because the devil wants permission to test you. But we got to understand that like a thermostat, we are not controlled by the environment. We set the environment. As Christians, we set, right? If in your house or your apartment, right, or your trailer, wherever you live, right, if you have a thermostat, if it's get too cold in there, what do? I answer it for you. You go and you turn it up a little bit, right? Sometimes you be like, man, I don't care about that bill. It is too cold in here, and you turn it up until you get to a comfortable level. And vice versa. If it's too hot in there, you're like, I don't care about that bill. It's going to have to be a little higher, but you turn the temperature down. Why? Because you are adjusting the environment so that you can be comfortable, right? And that's what everybody needs to understand, right? If it's too hot, set this thermostat. If it's too cold, set the thermostat, right? You do the same thing that everybody else that follows Christ should be doing. And that's, listen here, whatever situations I'm living in, I'm going to be the thermostat adjuster. I'm not going to let life, watch this, make me be hot, right? And make me go crazy, make me say things I shouldn't say. I'm going to adjust the temperature. I'm going to adjust the thermostat in my life, right? Because the devil want me to just be hot all the time, be hot-mouthed, be cussing folk out, be mad all the time. But nope, I'm going to adjust the thermostat and cool myself down before I say something that I don't want to say. Let me get through with this. So every adjustment that you make in your life will make you stronger. I promise you I ain't saying what I heard. I'm telling you what I know. It will make you wiser. It will make you more prepared. Just like Joseph had to adjust to his situation. Y'all know the Joseph story. He had to adjust from the pit to Potiphar's house, to prison, and then to the palace. And even in the palace, he had to adjust some things, right? Because there are still people trying to come against him. And he was like, nope, I ain't doing that. Why? Because when you are chosen by God, when you are a Christ follower, it's going to take some adjustment, no matter how long you've been saved or how perfect you think you are. You're like, I ain't lied, I ain't cheated, I ain't stole. And yet, life will require you to make some adjustments. So don't resist adjustment. What looks like a setback is just setting you up for strength and maturity so you can come back. No matter what's happening in your life, it's going to require an adjustment, whether it's financial adjustment, whether it's a health adjustment, whether it's a relationship adjustment. Every one of these things that happen in your life requires a spiritual adjustment that keeps your faith steady and strong. Here it is. Like driving a car, right? If you're driving a car, you can't stay in one lane forever. For those of you who drive, you know that. You're like, I'm getting ready to go over to so-and-so house. I'm getting ready to go over my cousin's house, my Mima house, my Nene house, my granny house, my cousin, whatever, right? I'm going to go to my homeboy house, homegirl house. I'm going to go to church. 99% of the people cannot stay in one lane. Now, if you stay on the same street your church is, you can stay in one lane and get to church. That's about it. Right? If you stay on the same street as your job, you can stay in one lane and get to your job. But the other 99%, we're going to have to change lane. Right? You got to shift, you got to turn, and sometimes you got to detour. Sometimes you got to make a U-turn. When you hit a bump, the road gets rough. You don't say, that's it, I'm turning around and going back, right? Because you still got to get to your destination. When you got bumps and hump in the road and you hit a rock in the road and you got trash in the road, you don't say, that's it, I'm turning around, right? Because every one of us going to run into some trash in our life one way or another, right? And I ain't just talking about that natural trash. Sometimes we run into human trash, right? Some folk that ain't meant for no good. They just meant to try to do us dirty, right? Come into our life for no good, right? They may high-five you, and then as soon as you walk away, they giving you that ground and giving you the finger behind your back, right? Saying they don't like it, but you don't know it, right? And you just saying, whoa, that was different, right? And not knowing that they're up to no good, right? Even though all of that happens, you as the adjuster, right, trusting in God, you just keep on going. You don't turn around. You don't say, hey, I'm done. You just keep on going because you got to get to your destination. And you know how you're going to get to your destination? Because God is your power steering. Yes. As long as you have God on your side, He is your power steering. He gives you the strength to handle every turn. He gives you the strength to handle every bump. He gives you the strength to handle every detour, right? As long as you know that God is your power steering, then I don't care how bumpy or how hilly or how rough the road is in your life. You can move through life and God's going to get you through your destination, get you to your destination, get you to where you need to be. You may have to weep sometime, but adjust. You may have to cry sometime, but adjust. You may have to be in a waiting room for a long time. You just have to adjust. You may have to walk alone sometime, but adjust, because life is about change. It's about adjustment, and faith is about consistency. And through Christ, you can face anything. How is that, Bishop? By adjusting. That God will continue to bless and keep you is my prayer. Don't forget them seeds, tithes, and offering. Until next time. Yeah, you got to be able to adjust. God bless you.